A two-day manhunt for an escaped psychiatric patient ended Friday night. Today, 28-year-old Anthony Garver faced a judge in the Spokane Federal courthouse. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Aaron Luna. Nadine is off tonight. Fugitive Anthony Garver is locked up in the Spokane County Jail tonight and will be held there without bond until state and federal judges can figure out where to send him next. Garver was found near his parents' home in northeast Spokane County on Friday evening after several tips, including one from a FedEx delivery man, put dogs and deputies on Garver's trail. Tonight, a call for swift action by the state and the governor to make changes to the way our psychiatric hospitals are run. KXLY4's Alyssa Donovan is working on that angle first. KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey with what happened in court today and the story of how one family's detective work predicted exactly where Garver would be found.
And Aaron, Garver was hiding so close to the Reuters residence, the family actually saw him in handcuffs when he was arrested on Friday night. Garver also wearing handcuffs here in federal court today. When he made his initial appearance, he refused to address the judge and instead stared at the table right in front of him. The court's decision to go ahead and hold Garver until more information can be gleaned about his mental impairment. Now, Garver might be not competent to assist with his defense, but he's very astute about escaping and evading law enforcement for 2 days, making a beeline to his parents' home in the Mount Spokane foothills and then disappearing on foot. Dawn Reuter is one of the closest neighbors. She felt Garver was using a nearby heavily forested ravine to avoid helicopters in the area. When her armed teenage sons went to look for Garver in that gulch, they thought they smelled Garver's campfire, and so they called in the tip. About 5 hours later, when the Reuters chickens and guineas started alerting on the brush below their home, the oldest boy went to investigate with a rifle and ran right into the arrest team.
And they were like, "It's okay now, you're safe, we've got him." And he was just, in cuffs, and he was like this. He wouldn't even look at my son. He just seemed, I guess, according to my boy, he just seemed exhausted and out of it.
Indeed, Garver was treated for dehydration at the scene and then booked into our jail early Saturday morning. The United States asked today that Garver's detention hearing be postponed for about 3 days so both sides can gather more information about that. That means that he's going to be locked up inside our jail. The bad news that as soon as Garver's mental health is better known by the court, it is likely, Aaron, that he's heading back to a mental health hospital, probably Western State, where hopefully he's going to be held under higher security. Right now, Washington state law does not allow the court to send a mentally ill person to prison. Reporting at the federal courthouse, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.
Jeff, thank you. Garver's escape from Western State Hospital is shining a light on the facility. State lawmakers have joined Sheriff OZZIE KNEZOVICH's call for changes at the state level. One in Western Washington saying today no one is in control of the state-run facility. KXLY4's Alyssa Donovan is working for you with the calls for change now being heard because of this incident.
Well, that's right, Aaron. A lot of questions being directed at Governor Inslee after Garver was captured not far from here. Now, Inslee is saying that his escape raises questions about the management of Western State Hospital. One day later, Representative Kevin Parker said that the accountability needs to come from the governor himself. Like Anthony Garver's should never have been placed in a minimum security facility in the first place. He says further oversight at Western State Hospital is necessary. Others are echoing that call. After Garver was captured Friday night, Sheriff OZZIE KNEZOVICH said he planned to talk with state legislators about security at the hospital.
I feel outstanding that none of my citizens were injured by this individual. And again, the state of Washington needs to figure out how to keep him from escaping. This cannot happen again.
In a statement released Saturday, the State Department of Social and Health Services announced they are taking additional security measures. Western State Hospital is in the middle of implementing some improvements, including hygiene, safety for patients and staff, as well as record keeping. If they do not make those changes by May 3rd, they are in jeopardy of losing more than $60 million in federal funding. Reporting in Spokane, Alyssa Donovan, KXLY4 News.